Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or on my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome. The energy update today. I'm very excited to be bringing you guys some energy updates. It has a very exciting feeling. We'll give everybody a moment to log in here before I start. But isn't it a delicious Friday? Doesn't it feel like so good? So there's a big openness that's here today. And I'm very excited to share with you all. I'll give you all a moment to get in and get comfortable. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, have a seat and relax. Hi there. Good to see you all. Welcome. Today's energy has a bit of a zoomy feeling to it. So I'm not sure if some of you woke up perhaps from not the greatest night's sleep, but feeling a little bit charged, feeling a little bit zoomy. Awesome hair today. Thanks. It's going to be a big hair day today. I even felt that energetically. It's very zoomy. The energy coming in today is very zoomy. You know when animals kind of go zooming around. A puppy will get the zoomies or a cat will get the zoomies. That's how it felt. It felt very zoomy. And I was like very excited when I was doing my channeling. And I was a little bit distracted. I was like, in my meditation, then I was like zooming around, and I thought it was me at first. I thought, what am I doing? Why am I not focused? And spirit said, no, you're feeling the energy of what's going on around, of what is here, and what is kind of moving, and the momentum that we're coming into. Then I felt the heightened awareness, or a louder energy of stay very present in it. Allow that zoom, allow that free flow, allow what's coming in this weekend, to really, really go in deep, to really allow that to come in. And spirit showed me something that I have seen before, but it's been a while since spirit has showed it to me. We hold everything out here. We hold everything way out, and we resist bringing it in, and we resist truly enjoying the power and the essence of energy. So what spirit said was, practice bringing that in a little bit closer. Really enjoy the zooming. Yeah, really enjoy the free flow. Allow yourself to have that moment where you can zoom around in energy, where you can play more in it, where you cannot resist it or hold it back. And we do a lot. There has been a lot of hold back energy, in previous weeks or months or years. We tend to shy away, whether it be from fear or whether it be from, what will people think. This whole piece of that authentic who I am, fun, loving part of you. I really truly believe that most of us do have a very fun energy that we hold within us. I really believe that. And sometimes the physical world keeps us a little bit too serious, or we dive too deep into the physical world and we don't zooming around in the energy. Like, let it go, let it rip, let her rip. This weekend is kind of how it really felt coming in. And it's spirit that is bringing us into that space, and it's like this big old microphone. Allow it and grow forward. Allow it and be playful. Allow it and just be creative. Allow yourself to have that time to zoom around in energy and in the spirit dimensions, and in with your spirit guides. Zoom around in it and explore, and come in and just explore. Not everything has to resonate with us either. And that's a big piece of it. If you try something and you're like, yeah, you know what, not for me, try something different. It's taking the training wheels off of something that you've been kind of thinking about or trying, and start pedaling full in. Really giving yourself that opportunity to try something and zoom around in it. And you can zoom out as well. If you try something and you're like, yeah, not bringing me a lot of resonating energy, then zoom out. It's okay to zoom in and zoom out. It's okay to take some training wheels off and try pedaling in a new direction, or in a new way, or in a new experience. That is going to come in loud and proud. this weekend and over the next couple of weeks, I feel. So don't be surprised if new opportunities or new things or new awareness kind of comes at you. And it can be something as very simple as, I think I want to try, walking in a new neighborhood, or going for a drive in a new direction. It can be those little things. Those little things are just as important as, tackling something new that's on a bigger scale. Zoom around, test taste things, really explore, and be okay when things don't really resonate with you. Don't be surprised if you have people reaching out to you saying, hey, I'm taking this new class, do you want to join in? Or something, something easy as, I think I'm going to listen to a new podcast. There's this whole push with growth. There's this whole push of let's get going. And I have talked. It has peaked its head around before. We have talked about this before, but I just felt this morning when I got up, this whole zoomy energy. And you can use that in many different ways. You can use it to tackle something that you've been putting off. Perhaps you've been putting off purging, and I'm going to use that energy to zoom around the closets and purge what I no longer need to have in there. Or perhaps I'm going to use this zoomy energy to do something creative. Get back at something that you haven't been at for a while. You can use this zoomy energy to do whatever it is that your heart that desires. But one thing that I do feel is, kind of important on this subject, is doing something for yourself, zooming around for yourself. We do zoom around for other people. When people ask us to do things, quite often we step right into zooming around for them. Zoom in for yourself this weekend, and do something for you, and do something that you've been putting off, or do something that resonates with you, or taste something different. With this zoomy energy, though, I will say, it may affect sleep. So you may have trouble sleeping. You may be waking up sporadically during the night. I think it's going to have a bit of, or perhaps you might not require the same amount of sleep. You may feel a little bit more charged. Just go with the flow of that. If you're waking up, get up and do something, zoom around. But I and you know and sometimes with that kind of zooming around energy, when we do tap into it, it can bring forward crazier dreams. And I do feel they are just going to be dreams. It's like our mind is going to be zooming around as well. You may also feel a little bit, depending on how you respond to energy, you may feel not in a bad way, but you may feel a little bit anxious. You may feel, I got to get it done. I got to get it done. I feel that. So depending on how you respond to energy, if you start to feel that, I got to get it done, or you're starting to feel it as a pressure, just take a big breath in and say, I'm going to enjoy doing it. I'm just going to enjoy doing it. There doesn't have to be a pressure to do it. I'm just going to enjoy doing it, because sometimes that jumpy energy when it comes in, or that I'll use the word hyper. How you feel really hyper, and it can cause that anxiety feeling. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Just say, you know what? I'm gonna go with the pace that I want to go. If you don't feel like it's a zoom for you, like zooming around, and you want to just slow it down and enjoy, do that too. But it may come in at you with, I have all this stuff to do. So if it comes at you that way, if it's coming in, with, I have all this stuff to do, and you kind of feel anxious, just kind of, relax for a moment and say, it doesn't have to all be done at once. It doesn't have to all be done at once. I can do it at a pace that I'm comfortable with. So because we all respond very differently, I tend to run a little bit more on that side of the vibration to begin with. So if I feel that it's an overwhelm, I simply bring myself to, you know what? It'll all get done anyway. I can take the zooming energy at the pace that I want. Zooming around doesn't have to be at warp speed either. It's just being aware of the excitement, the desire to get something new, the desire to get something accomplished. That's how it's going to come in. So if just kind of sit out of how I'm responding to it. If you're not feeling you're responding great to it, and just say, you know, time is irrelevant anyway. It's a man-made thing. I've got lots of time to do it, and go at the pace of the zoom that you want to. Z- You know, when you think about it, put it this is what spirit's saying to me, or showing me. I can see a turtle, and the turtle is going at its, a slower pace. But for that turtle, that slower pace is its own zooming. You can the turtle zooming around can go very, very slow. It doesn't have to, it can be at your own pace. I love how spirit showed me that when I was talking about it. Whatever pace resonates with you, but I feel that that zoom will be to try new things. New things may come forward for you. You may have people reaching out to, hey, let's do this. You may feel other things that need to fall back. I think there's a whole bunch of things that need to change, and you can change at the pace that you feel you need to walk through. You can take your training wheels off one at a time. Right. So when you think about new experiences or new adventures, and spirit's showing me that the training wheels on a little bike, you can take one training wheel off at a time and say, you know what, I'm going to try taking one training wheel off, and I'm going to test taste this experience, and perhaps tomorrow or later on today or next week or whenever I'm comfortable, I'll take off that training wheel. Right. Spirit is also putting the training wheel back on. Oh, I'm loving channeling, like, in the moment here today. You can also put the training wheel back on at any time. So if you're experiencing something and you start to get that wobble, "Oh, I'm having a moment," put a training wheel on. The training wheel being support. The training wheel can be a pause. The training wheel can be, I think I just want to rest. I'm going to put my training wheel back on. We don't have to do things with perfection or right all the time, and we don't have to even resonate with it. Right? So, or perhaps you can just simply get off the bike, with whatever you're experiencing. I think, yeah, I don't think so. Thank you very much, but not resonating. And I think sometimes we do get a little bit too much of it didn't work, so forget it. Right. Or, I don't want to try it because what if I fail? So, but what if you put a training wheel on and or took one off and just felt it, just felt the experience, just allow that opportunity to get on the bike, to get on the bike of life and give yourself a chance to take a pedal or two. Right. And I think that, with this whole I've got to do it right, I've got to be good at it, I've got to be well at it. No, who says that? Who says so? Right. You don't have to be good at anything. If you're willing to give it a try, you don't have to master something to enjoy it. And I think that's so profound. And we also have very different perspectives and different way of working. And I say that to my mentoring students all the time. You know, we all have different ways of connecting. We all have different point of views. We all have a different energy. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to like something or not like something, to try something or not try something. What you do, you, and don't be afraid to add a little bit of that zoominess to it. I'm just gonna try it, right? Um, I know it's an old saying, but chuck it in the bucket. I won't use the f bomb with that, but you can try it. And if it doesn't work, over it goes. Like it doesn't resonate with me. Didn't work out for me. On. Let's get on the bike again and try something new. Let's zoom around in that a little bit at whatever pace that resonates with you. I loved the energy of it, even though at first when I sat there, I was like, "Holy smokes, this is like a an excitement or a hyperness or a vibration that's just like, let's move, let's get moving, let's experience and explore." And I'm going to stay right here right now with that. I'm not going to worry about tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about next week. I'm not going to worry about if it works or doesn't work. Right now I'm exploring, I'm experimenting, and I'm having a good time. And when I'm not having a good time, I can shift out of it and zoom somewhere else. Get on your little bicycles, training wheels on or training wheels off, and enjoy the journey this weekend. I really feel it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think that we really, really deserve it. And I think we really, really need it at an energy level. Thumbs up if you enjoyed that chit chat. Excuse me. Let us scroll up. I do know I haven't scrolled up yet, but I do know that we have a birthday. So big happy birthday to Spring if you are here. Um, I'm sure you're here. You're usually on with me. All right, let's scroll up. Lana, your hair looks amazing. Thank you very much, Sonia. I appreciate that. It's a big hair day and I'm loving it and I'm embracing it. Sometimes my hair is bigger than other days, and today I decided to just leave it down. Good to see you all here. And I think, too, um, for me, and this is just a for me thing, and I'll tell you why. I know it's going to seem really minor, but it's a really good example of something that I do, and it is actually, believe it or not, a spiritual practice. So often I just get up and I just say, do I need to put my hair up or down? Or I just do whatever I feel like doing. So this morning after my meditation and all the zooming around energy, I kind of did my own reflection. I sit in reflection every single day with myself. So I was sitting doing a little bit of my self-reflection, and I thought, you know what, it's been a really serious week. There's been a lot going on. I've shared with you that I have a friend that is preparing to transition. She's still here. Preparing to transition, and my week has been kind of intense or serious. And I do need to zoom around, looking at what the message that Spirit gave this morning. It was also for me. But then I thought, you know what? I've got to loosen up. I've got to loosen up. It's been quite busy and quite intense. I think I'm just going to leave my hair down. And it was that something that simple to help me stay in alignment today with just that present moment. With just I'm going to let my hair down and it'll be what it needs to be today, because I truly don't know how the day is going to go. So I'm just going to put my hair down. Something that simple. Yes, I wear it down sometimes anyway, but something that simple, I felt I needed to kind of do for myself to kind of keep me in that flow, right? Just go with what today's going to present. Let's see. I woke up early zooming around the house. There you go, Kayla. You got the zoomies too. I had a weird dream and weird sleep. Yes, indeed. It's going to be, I think, a little that over the weekend. So try and get your zoomies out before bed. Try and zoom around a little bit. She needs to wear her hair down more often. Thanks, you guys. I do appreciate that. The solar flares. Solar flares do bring in a heightened energy and a heightened awareness. So yes, I did not look at where the solar flares were this week. So that is very interesting. Thanks for sharing that, Freya. I did wake up with some energy. There we go. Look at you guys. Okay, Kristen, I'm having trouble deciding between two vet clinics since I got a job offer at a different location. Any advice? Kristen, they both feel good to me. Um, I was like, they both feel good to me. I feel that I don't feel that there's a better or more satisfying position, but I do feel that there's a presentation here for something new for a reason. And I just have a question with this new vet clinic, this job offer that you got at a different location. Is there a little bit? I don't feel it as huge. I'm just having a look here, but I feel like there's a bit of wiggle room for opportunity, and it may be an opportunity for either continued education or to have I'll look at like more of a job skill or more of a skill set change, or perhaps it might be more like an assistant manager position. But is that second place? I just feel they feel both very good. I just feel the one that's been offered may take you a step up. Sit in your own intuition with that, Kristen. But they both feel very, very good in that. Cheyenne, oh yes, the daily cat zoomies happen like twice daily here. I love that. I do love when animals have the zoomies because they're releasing an energy. That's so fun. And when you see an animal do this a zoomie, you can't help but laugh or feel that excitement for them, right? Um, I hope that works there or resonates there with you. Kayla, do my spirit guides have any messages for me? Kayla, I feel like Spirit keeps putting a pen in, it's interesting. They're showing me like an old feather pen, so I don't know if it's just an image. But do you resonate at all with calligraphy? The old feather pen that you dip in the ink, and perhaps that might be a creative spirit sign as well. With this whole creative, have you been considering creating something new? Are you tapping into anything? I think I want to try that as a new hobby or a new experience. Or it does calligraphy or writing itself. Um, Resonate with you because they won't remove this old feather pen that you dip in ink, which is a really interesting sign. Kayla, give that a think and respond. I'll try to get to all the response to all the responses today to anything that I've said. Melissa, Well, so I just want to, as soon as I asked your question, I started seeing the number 3. Are you one of 3, or is the month of March significant anniversary, birthday, or passing? Dad keeps laying out the red carpet. I love this. He's like rolling out the red carpet for you. And red carpet, when you think about it, is very symbolic, VIP, very important, and energy. And what he's saying is you're important too. And he's asking you to take a step on the red carpet. So have you been kind of, holding yourself back, or has there been a personal struggle within of not feeling valued or important within yourself, not towards him, but within yourself, or have you been feeling kind of that way? Or are you stepping into something new? Are you stepping into something very important? Because he's literally holding your hand to get you to take that step on the red carpet. Wow, so that's a beautiful one. Um, with taking that step, you can visual if there's something, if this is more of you're trying to take a step or want to know to take a step, start visualizing yourself stepping on a red carpet. I love that. Um, oh, that is so, I just got goosebumps all over me. That is really profound. If it doesn't resonate with you right now, keep that. Remember that. Just remember that he said it. Remember, it may be coming up. There may be something important first steps, or important. He will be walking with you. He keeps showing me that he's walking with you. So call on him, lean on him, to take first steps or to walk down a new path. Or if there's something very important going on, he's with you on the red carpet. Wow, I love that. Wow, spirit. Let's see where we're going. Joe Smith is it's a year tomorrow, and I lost my year tomorrow since I lost my husband. Anything from here today, please. Um, Joe, he literally just started celebrating. He literally just started with music and having a time. He's really asking to celebrate, but to celebrate yourself over this past year as well since he's left, because he's showing me, yes, it's been really hard, and grief and loss of him has been extremely difficult. But he wants you to celebrate yourself as well. Celebrate him, celebrate yourself. And he's over and over with that, with like, have a good time, have a really good time. And spirit, and I know I've said this over and over and over again, they have a very different perspective. They are not gone, they are still here, they are celebrating, they are cheering for us. So he's really encouraging you and supporting you in doing that, to celebrate and how well you've done in the last year. For everyone else in the room, it's my birthday. There you are, Spring. There you are. Happy birthday, darling. Um, Karen, I'm gonna say I have. I'm not gonna say I have energy yet, but this was the first night of decent sleep I got in a week. Beautiful. All right, a lot of happy birthdays. I'm just gonna scroll through them. It's lovely that you guys are all cheering for each other as you always do. Um, Shaz, more compassionate acts towards ourselves. Beautiful statement. Beautiful statement. Karen, do my spirit guides have any feedback on how rotten this week has been? Today is the first day that's feeling better. Okay, so Aaron, yes, our spirit guides are with us and they do know when we're struggling. Um, there are many things that we have to learn here. There are many struggles that spirit can only guide us and support us through. Our spirit guides cannot change or remove the lessons, they can only guide us through it. And there are some lessons and some things that go on in the physical world that is strictly gong show. And it's just the week that we've had. Right. So I try not to overthink that too much. What I feel like I need to do here though is I feel like I need to get yourself into a space of letting go of that energy. So and whatever resonates with you, it doesn't have to be any of these examples. Take an intentional shower of washing off the rotten energy if that's how you're feeling. I'm grateful for the learning, but I'm really letting go. I'm grateful for the learning, and that's one thing that I always say. Thank you for teaching me that. Was a big one, was a rough one. What a gong show. I'm going to release the energy. You can simply, it doesn't have to be a shower. You can sit with a crystal in your pocket. You can get out to a forest. You can watch the clouds go by. Whatever your intention is, do that. I need to let it go. The energy may have been hard on you this week. It may have been a struggle, but lean into, I'm grateful for the lessons. Even if I can just simply say, "Well, that was a gong show, but I'm still here." I really try to kind of lean into that. And then I just let go. And I will lean into support for spirit, lean in. You can practice free falling on a bed. There's so many different ways you can make it your own. There's no wrong way to let something go. There's your way to let something go, right? There are a few things that really help the process. If you're a physical person doing something that physically demonstrates the act of letting go, if you're good with just laying down on the ground and saying, I'm giving this back to the universe, then do that, whatever works for you, right? Some people will, use their moon water or just simply, charge their own water and say, you know what, spraying this off of me. People like to burn incense, Palo Santo, whatever works for you, do that. Whatever works for you. I think sometimes it just helps too to just verbalize it. Man, that was a week, and I need to go forward. It can be that simple. I'm going to put that down. Whatever works for you. Shaz, I'm going to be some exams this year and aiming to get my car license. Good for you. Do you see them going this year? I do. I think that there's a lot of light and a lot of new things coming in, and I do think, Shaz, that you do participate in making that happen. We do have to show up, right? We do have to show up, and I feel, Shaz, that you are showing up brighter and brighter and more. I can just feel your energy with I want this, so I want this. I want this, and I'm going to go for it. Here we go. Good morning, Lana. The other night, my girlfriend woke up in the night because she felt someone walk by us. Then that morning, I woke up to my painting on the floor. Was this spirit or something else? I do feel that it's spirit. Um, I'm just going to tap in there a little bit more. And I also feel spirit guides. I don't feel ancestors there. I feel more spirit guide. I also feel that it and something quite often it happens at night. It freaks us out when it happens at night. But that is when we are at the quietest in our mind. So quite often we're able to hear spirit, connect with spirit. That is why it is usually for many people at night. I feel that with the both of you, I feel like there's this momentum of creativity and change. So, what have you been putting off to either create something new or to change something? Has there been some talk of some change? Because I get the feeling that this connection with some validation that yes, things need to fall away. New things need to come in. And I feel that's with the painting on the floor is it's okay to let go and try something new. So have one of you or your girlfriend, has there been something that she's been thinking about that needs to fall back or new, create something new? Right? Doesn't feel bad to me either, by the way. Feels very good and very exciting. Change, we can kind of as soon as I say in a reading, it's funny. As soon as I say, oh, I see this, I see the crossroad and change is coming in. People and quite often have that knee-jerk reaction of fear. We're so afraid of changing things. And what I always say to myself is I'd be more afraid of things staying the same. Things need to change and growing. I don't I would kind of lean into more of I would rather the change than a standstill, right? Mandy Greenhill, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Um, Freya, I've been job hunting. Does spirit have any advice for me right now? Yeah. Spirit is showing me chin up. Big time chin up. I also have to do a little bit of visualization work with you. When you're walking into a job interview, when you are walking around, even online, if it's online applying, visualize yourself already there. I feel, and we all do it. This isn't just for you, Freya. I feel just a pinch or a twinge, and I'm feeling your ear, so I got to get you to listen. I feel like there's a pinch of I don't know if I'm good enough for that job. I don't know if I'm worthy enough for that job. I don't know if I can do that job. I got to get you really strong energetically in your truth. You are good enough to do that job. That job is coming for you. Visualize yourself already there in the job that's going to serve me. I also feel it's going to happen quicker than what you think. So if you've been looking for a little while, because timelines are a bit of a struggle. I feel like it's right in front of my nose. I feel it's that close. Keep me posted. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear something next week or even hear something today. But I feel like I've got to get you in just in a shift of a mindset. I know that job is mine, right? Just putting that energy out. Everything is always working out for you, by the way, Freya. Everything is always working out for you. Hi everyone, just finished my last exam for the semester. Congratulations. Hey, completion. Completion feels good, doesn't it? Resting time indeed. I'm just trying to get to a few. I'm trying to get to a few people that I don't get to that I don't get to answer, or names that I don't see very often here, because I think it's only fair. Um, you forgot to skip the. You know what, Cheyenne? That message isn't coming up anymore. I didn't see it. That's twice I didn't see it. Either I'm too distracted. My apologies. I'm too distracted with channeling. I didn't see it. But usually, on the left of my screen, YouTube will say, "Do you want to skip?" I didn't see it. Um, Thank you, Lana. I really needed some encouragement. You are very welcome. All right. I just took a look at the time. I hadn't looked at it since I logged on. I must have been in avoidance mode there with avoiding the time. Um, I'm not sure what next week is going to look like. I will be honest. I am day to day with my friend and her transition. So I will post if I cannot come on Monday morning. Um, this weekend. Enjoy it. Zoom around in something. It does, zoom around in something. You can even zoom around in a really good book when you think about it. If you haven't sat down and read a good book, zoom around in a good bookstore or in a good book. Find a way to take that zoomy energy and explore and expand and test, taste, and training wheels on or off. It truly doesn't matter. But zoom around this weekend. Right? Whatever zoom around means for you. Zooming around can literally mean, like I said, I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to put my feet up and I'm going to zoom around a really good book because I haven't zoomed around a book for a while. You see how that feels, right? It doesn't have to be fast paced, but zoom around. I think that the physical world tends to pull us too much in, with our blinders, or our busyness, or all this thing that we have to do, the to-do list, that we don't get to explore and experience and just be. Whatever zoom around means to you, try and insert that. And remember, it does not have to be hours and hours. People will even assume that I meditate for hours and hours a day or a week. And sometimes I do. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 2 minutes on my break. I will just go out of my office, look up at the sky, and give myself some time to breathe. It doesn't matter on the time that you do, or how long you can do it. Longer doesn't necessarily mean better, especially if you got a lot going on. There are times I'm trying to meditate and it's like, oh, squirrel. I guess the meditation, it doesn't have to be great big practices. It can be moments that really recharge, rejuvenate you, give you a zoomie or two, and have some fun. Right? Let us go here. Let's set our intentions. What do we need to hear today? And I'm just going to have a little sip of my water while we do that. Platypus. I love the platypus. I was looking at the picture for an extra moment. I love a platypus. They are the cutest. This is a time of heightened sensitivity, so pay close attention to the cues that your body gives you. Take time to discover the layers of meaning behind any significant encounters. Rather than trying to adapt to others' demands or their pace, stay in tune to your own intentional rhythms and move with those accordingly. Zoom around at your own pace. That was fun. All right, I can't hang up yet the call. Let's go to an angel number. What do we need to hear from the angels number book today? 802. Keep the faith that source energy is providing all of your needs, including helping you with your bills, following any divine intuition that you receive. Beautiful message. Thumbs up, you guys. Thumbs up. And as always, I am wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided weekend. Take care, you guys. Much love.